Election season is just about a few months away. Many young people complain and are unhappy with the political climate of this country, but do very little to nothing to change it. In America's democracy, we value our ability to choose who is in office and be proud of the fact that we have a say in what goes on in our political world. However, when less than half of the country's young population is voting regularly, we have to ask ourselves, is this really a democracy? Ever since 18-year-olds were given the right to vote, the youth have been underrepresented at the polls. As young citizens, it is our duty to go out and vote in order to ensure that the most effective leaders are being placed into office. Now, there are many reasons as to why young people do not vote. One being that young people do not feel that there is anyone worth voting for. There is a widespread distrust for politicians amongst young people and an overwhelming belief that those who serve our country are really trying to serve themselves. Two, young people today do not feel that they have much of a stake in society. Young people vote in smaller numbers because they are not working, they are not married, and are not in possession of a mortgage to the same extent as their parents. Now, without an economic stake in society, young voters simply do not have the same focus on economic policy as they will one day. And three, young people feel as though that their vote doesn't matter. Many young people cite feeling as though their vote doesn't count as one of their first reasons as to not participating in elections. Millennials reported feeling especially disappointed by both presidential candidates before the 2016 election and chose to sit out altogether as a result. Now, we should be the ones to shape our futures. Instead of giving our right away to older adults who don't understand the young perspective, we should be the ones in charge. Older adults are confused by our high-tech era, our fashion, and our interests. If we fail to vote, all of our rights that and power that will shape our society for decades goes to them. Voting is an important right. If you think about it, not all countries in the world have the same democratic political institutions as we do. In countries like Syria, the Congo, and Cuba, many citizens are denied the right to vote and have their voice heard. We are immensely lucky to live in a country that was founded on democratic values, and it's an insult to our forefathers to forego our voting rights. Voting is also an important skill that we need to learn. We will all be voting for the rest of our lives. Casting well-considered votes is something that you will want to teach your friends, your family, and your children one day. So why not start now? It's not very hard. If we master the skills now, then we can begin to perfect and share this important practice for the future. So, I encourage you all to go out and vote. We as young voters account for half of the voting population, making us a powerful political force. We must use that force to ensure that the most effective leaders are being placed into office. Now, I hope that in listening to me speak, I have helped you realize the importance of voting, because with the power to choose what happens in this country, we make America stronger. Thank you.